day.
Good evening, sir. It's been good.
Okay, thank God for that. I'd like to welcome you to the show. Today is the final day of this comprehensive reinforcement strategy of the behavioral health. And today we are going to wrap it up in all to see where to need to plug ourselves very formidably as we cross at our T's and dot our I's on a very pivotal note. So far,
Fantastic.
have we learned anything? Maybe you should just share with me one or two lessons you picked at this season 2, Mrs. Odion. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving me the opportunity. Right from day one, a lot have been learned. And from the first day of this season 2, I've also learned so much. On the first day, one of the points that I really gained much insight from, among the 10 elements of the diagnosis, you made mention of positioning. If, as it is being mentioned, as in just like that, without that explanation with the diagram that you gave, I wouldn't have had that deep insight. But there is a lot that has to do with that short phrase. Positioning is the key. So I learned so much, and I really learned from it that in whatever somebody is doing, you need to have a good structure, a good plan, not that you just jump into something that's, and just take charge.
Wow.
Most especially from my own hand, being a school counselor, there are lots in my mind that I would have loved to ask, because as a school counselor, I'm dealing with the parents, I'm dealing with the teachers, and I'm dealing with the students. And the main contact here is the students. And from these students, I discovered that from there, I get in contact with the parents, I get in contact with the teacher. Because from the students bring about that you have to contact the parents whether you like it or not. Or you contact the teacher whether you like it or not. But in the process, I discovered that because the situation is very critical for the child, the students in particular, you'll be sending or calling for the parents, and they won't see any reason why they should come around. It has been challenged. Or a situation whereby be looking at if they are right, or they are not seeing anything wrong in calling on them.
Chinedu, your set is making up. Yes, continue, Mrs.
My set. Right, sir. So let me stop concerning that one. Then yesterday, when we are talking about following the second day, we talked about, looking at the situation around us. There are many. You cited a very good example. You said you can't see a woman maybe quarreling with her child or beating that child. And you, as a professional, passing by, or you are close by just watching the situation, and you must have discovered where the error is coming from. You won't just pass or just remove your eyes like that. You just have to, you need to be strategical to approach the situation. Otherwise, if you approach it wrongly, it might ended up that the woman in question will tell you that, what is your business concerning this matter? Is it not my child? But the approach matters a lot in this situation. Approach matters a lot. So I gain so much from those elements of social connection. And then in addition, you talk about a social intervention circle. But there's something that I didn't get right. The starting point from the referrer or from the listening, that is what I did not get, which I have in mind to ask today. Then I have other questions to talk about. So aside this, it's been so wonderful, it's been so insightful, it's been so educative. So thank God for that. So, and it has helped in a way to restructure the way I operate, even right from my office.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I hope you know the video replay for that of yesterday and day before yesterday is already uploaded, so you can go through and get the input. But
okay,
that's
sir.
not to say we cannot also throw light on the explanation.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Chinedum, any question, contribution from day before yesterday, and the first day? Any issue, any question? Okay, you seem to be commuting and not hearing us. Mrs. Sia Ibila, welcome to the show. You are showing up for the first time today. I guess you must have been busy, but please try and go through all the sessions and apply those things. They are very, very vital. We have seen social connecting. We have seen surface diagnosis. We've seen all kinds of cases. And we want you to know that these things work. They work when we work there. A people you cannot connect with, you cannot collect from them. So it's very vital. You do the needful to get the right results and to meet people, engage with people as a specialist. Capacity to diagnose is the capacity to prognose. Where you cannot diagnose, where you may have issues handling the case in particular. So very vital. I think later I will have to post this to those of you who are interested. Let me show you this training we did August last year. If you are interested in comprehensive training later, I'll be sharing this with you. Professional Therapy Masterclass, we call it. And we showcase 21 issues to note about first impression when you are taking diagnosis. The law of first impression, what are the things you need to know and do? 21 issues about professional diagnosis at first impression. Salutation, complimentary remarks, gratitude, aiding question. How may I support you? How do I offer? Don't ever ask your client, what is your problem? Waiting carry you come. We are not herbalists. You are professional. Oh, how may I assist? How may I compliment? How may I offer support? Don't say what problem brought you. Put a smile and look into the eyes of your client professionally. Be firm but kind. Get pen and paper ready, organizer and diary. Note the point in highlight. Highlight your points. Let them see your highlights and know that, oh, this man, this woman is a professional. Very vital. Highlight your point. Why do I need to highlight my point? So that I don't forget and so that I am carried along and I carry my client along as well. Very vital. In therapy, you need to follow order. And like I told you, it is not only in mental health, psychosocial health, you do therapy. In every regard, whether you are a book publisher, a speaker, like Mama Rosalie Narao here, whatever you do, you need to be able to fulfill professional diagnosis of the case at first impression. A people you cannot communicate with, you cannot penetrate. And when you cannot penetrate, you cannot make contribution. You cannot orchestrate them to take what you have. So, salute them. Oh, how are you, sir? How are you, ma'am? Complimentary remarks. Thank them for coming. A 1,000 or 1,001 therapist or consultant, for your client to have chosen you, please show gratitude, even when he needs you. Don't say, what is your problem, madam? No, that's unprofessional. Waiting carry you come. No, we are not herbalists. Nkiru, can you mute your set? You are carrying chair, it's disturbing us. And then
Okay, sir.
put a smile on your face, look into the eye of your client on a very professional note, and get pen and paper ready, organizer, and take your highlights. That's number 7. Number 8, don't interrupt without permission. And it applies everywhere. Wherever it is necessary to interject, in order to put the record straight, please interject. Oh, madam, excuse me, please. Do you mean so and so happen? Don't say, hey, wait. Watch the tone of the conversation and be in charge. Otherwise, clients can digress you and distract you. Be in charge, knowing that in therapy, you don't have all the time to engage. You are operating within a time frame in therapy. That somebody has an issue does not mean the whole day we go for it. No, be professional, be time conscious, and never display emotion, but solidarity. Hey, Jesus, gracious God, those are sentimental, emotional, laden expression that should not come out of your mouth as a therapist, as a professional. Guide against diversion, distraction, and orchestrated digression. You're asking something, it's telling you the story of another thing. Learn to bring your client back on track. Let the attention be the situation on ground that brought the client in the first place. And don't ever address your client as a victim or as a patient. No, just call them client. Even if they are a victim of something or a patient needing your own intervention, don't call them patient. Don't call them victim. Don't address them with vulgar names that will make them to think otherwise and to be traumatized, brutalized. No, power utterances. Respond to the client, don't react. Some clients can hurt you. What do? You react? No, just respond. And how do you do it? Handle the issue, leave the person. Handle the issue. Then the next thing, always start from behavioral analysis to carry along your client, along the good, the bad, and the ugly factor. Behavioral analysis is very important. Then learn to draw the three analogies and pin down the challenge of the individual. The good side of it, the bad side of it, and the ugly side. Watch the emotion and particular response on the face of your client. Where you see him not cooperating or coordinating, pause and find out where you could offer help. Where is he lost? So that you can sort out your client. Remember, what you do in therapy at any rate is not just education. You are doing intervention. You are adding value, creating value. Very vital. So watch the emotion. Is he a dismal one? Is he a great one? Then manage his sensitivity. Informal Flora, can you mute your set? Your child is making noise. Manage the sensitivity and stay focused. Break down the therapies and the various sessions you are going to have with your client. Explain the rationale to your therapy session. Oh, madam, I'm running so number of checks and all of that. This is the number of therapy session, and each session is 30 minutes, is 1 hour, and all that. So that you and your client will be on the same page. Mrs. Antonia Imafidon, can you mute your set? Number 20, explain the rationale. I've said it. Why are you taking 5 sessions, 6 sessions, 3 sessions, 2 sessions, and all that? Your clients need to know. And they agree on terms of connection and do the needful. Very vital. When you keep to this 21 law of first impression in therapy, you are likely going to get results. But where you flout it, your client will begin to lose some interest in what you are doing. So that is, by the way, you need this. And later we will train fully on some of these intervention skills and all of that. So 5T model is critical. In therapy, you teach, which is education. You test, which is evaluation. You treat, which is intervention. You train, which is integration. You trust, which is execution. That's the 5T model. 2, 3S equals to 1I. The situation on ground, the solution at hand, and the strategy you are engaging. that equals to 1I. And what is 1I? Intervention. Intervention answers to 3S: situation on ground, solution at hand, and the strategy by which you bring them to join. Then, what you do in therapy is to help your client identify his strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, so that you can reduce the threat to opportunities, convert it, and then turn his weaknesses to strength. That is what you do in therapy and intervention. Then find out the behavioral position by your analysis. Oh, madam, your mood is low. Madam, your temper is high. Madam, you have an attitude here. Madam, you have an addiction here. All of those things are on your assessment if you know what to do. Find out his behavioral profit and loss by the score, subtract it from 100, and see where is the tilt. What about the behavioral pitch? You join all the scores from 1 down to 10 and see all the zigzag, the up and down. When you twist it, it will show you the behavioral profile of your client. And you can say, madam, you have not been stable. Your emotion has been going up and down inside you. When we do that in therapy, we see clients break down in tears, because for the first time, somebody is out there showing them exactly what is happening inside their hearts, inside their lives, through therapy. So that is why behavioral health is far deeper than just surface counseling. Some of you who are school counselor and you are just counseling and talking on the surface, and you don't have facility to invade into people's mind and bring out their behavior, you need special coaching. Odion, you hear me so? Victoria, you hear me so? Nkiru, all of you who are counselors, it's time to apply behavioral health in all that you do, so that you can help
Yes, sir.
down the line.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so you can then run their root cause analysis, point blank analysis, and structural deviation, and help them to bounce back. Anybody who is dealing with youth, the like of Mr. Chinedu Okogwe, you need training on this, so as to be able to root everything from root and help these children. Otherwise, we'll just be talking on the surface, giving them new garments to wear when the underwear is very dirty. So, Chinedu, I'm waiting for you. So then you do the clustering and deliver all the applications. Anybody who is serious in this class and serious, wants to be very serious with what he does this year, please go beyond surface intervention. Do integral critical intervention by applying the principle of behavior invasion. And like I told you, in behavior invasion, you do 3 things. You explore, you dig deep, then you express, you show what you see inside, whether good, bad, or ugly, and then you establish what you want to see. How many of you will be interested to say, doctor, teach me behavioral invasion principle? I want to be trained. Signify. Chinedu 1. Okay, only Chinedu. Can you see now? Only Chinedu is interested. The rest are not interested. They just want to. Okay, Victoria in Ibadan.
We're interested though.
Okay. Because you see, it makes you sound and deep when you can enter into people and come out and show them what you see. They will be wowed. They will know that somebody is here who can actually intervene for me, change my situation, and help me to be what it should be. Yes, one person who will be interested is Sia Ibila. So all of you who are interested, send interested to my phone. I'll look for 2 days to package you specially. Interested in behavioral invasion strategy, BIS.
Okay, sir.
Interested
Behavioral
in,
evasion strategy.
yes, interested BIS. Then I will fix a date where we do a 90 minutes for 2 days for the few of you, because actually many are called, but only few are what? Are chosen. And who determines who is chosen? It is you yourself. So very vital. Anything you do, you must be able to engage people intrinsically. You must be able to engage people internally to see why they do what they do and to say, hey, uncle, you can change. This thing is not a death sentence. Odion, you have to mute yourself. You are disturbing us. Mama Roslyn Arao, the Wow Mama on Facebook, I'm sure you will also be interested. I'm sure you will make out time for that. So, today's lesson, let's quickly go there. What is the difference between delivery and deposit in therapy? Who will tell me what a deposit is in the ordinary language and what is delivery? Business people are here. Who will help us out? Oga Chinedum, you want to help us out? The difference between delivery and deposit. When do we deposit? When do we deliver? Are they the same? Who will help us? Who has an idea?
I the layman idea I think I have in
Yes,
terms
sir.
of in banking, so to say,
Yeah.
deposit is bringing in,
Okay.
bringing in banking. You deposit, you put in the resources you have,
Good.
then delivering. I don't know, delivering is the final outcome of what you deposited, so to say. It's a layman idea. I
You
think I
try.
have. It's a
You
guess.
try well.
Yes.
Sia Ibila, have you done delivery before and deposit? Victoria Nkiru, have you done delivery and deposit before? Okay, so now let's go forward since nobody is talking. So
No, sir. No, sir, I've not done it.
Okay, good. So behavioral
I don't think so.
Okay. All of you have done the two, except that you don't know. And you see, you are swimming over treasure, all of you here. You are swimming over treasure. And that's why at times we see opportunities, we call them opposition. And you pray them away. And our pastors too, and spiritual leaders, you say, pray against problem. Pray them off. You won't see problem this year. Some of those prayers are not behaviorally correct. We are not saying go and look for problems and ask that problems should come. But you see, problems are kickstarters to potentials that you need for production. So how do I make deposit? Like Chinedu said, in deposit, you put something down. Everybody get this. When I deposit, what do? I put something down and walk away. Oga Chinedu, the last time you deposited in the bank, did you carry your chair there to sit down and watch the deposit? You did not. You deposited, they gave you stop, and you walk away.
Yes. Yes, sir.
That is deposit. In therapy, when you do deposit, you solve the problem they bring and walk away. Your client, maybe in mental health, says, I have headache. I've not been sleeping well. You solve that one, and he walks away. Somebody is looking for his problem. I solve the problem. The person walks away. That is deposit. Wherever you do behavioral deposit, your service is not over. But the truth is this: on very many occasions, our clients will not look for us until they have issues in their hand. And not all clients who even have issues in their hand will look for us. So what do you do as a therapist? Teacher, therapist, educationist, therapist, business person, therapist, NGO man, therapist. What do you do to do deposit and to go beyond deposit? One is as simple as ABC. Letter A, appreciate the situation on ground. ABC principle. Two, believe in the fact that the solution has a compound issue attached to it. Somebody who comes complaining of headache, it may not just be recommending drug. Root cause analysis will tell you maybe it's not sleeping well or not sleeping enough. So what do you do as a therapist, for example, on mental health? You do root cause analysis and see some other, we call it comorbid factors, some other associated factor to what this person brought. So that the one he knows about, you treat it through deposit. The one he doesn't know about, you handle it through delivery. Now, let's take it on the surface. Every one of you will understand it now. In deposit, look at yourself going to the bank and depositing money. In delivery, look at yourself as a woman whose EDD has come and is delivering the baby. Does he deliver the baby and walk away? No, she stays there to nourish and nurture and mature the child to adulthood. In deposit, you drop it and walk away. In delivery, you stay there periodically, watch over it, nurture it, see the next phase, and you offer intervention. Even when your client is not aware that there is a need for what you are doing. And that is where you are going to impact lives more and make more money. And wherever you are making more money, you make more money as well. But the essence is not to make money, but to contribute value, help your clients for the next level dimension. So when you say people, they do one deposit, and 2-3 months, you are not hearing from them about what they've just launched, either a book or a business or a service, is because they don't understand the place of delivery. Behavioral deposit is one leg. Behavioral deposit is what? Just one leg. That somebody needs a service and you deliver it the way the person needs it. Is necessary but not sufficient. You must be able to go ahead to guide your client to see the next line of action, whether he is aware or not. So your role as a therapist, as a specialist, is to help him appreciate, letter A, believe in the solution that is compounded, and then letter C, contribute value on a continuous note. So ABC is appreciation of the case on ground now. B, believe that the solution is not far-fetched from you and that it is compounded. And then C, contribute value on a continuous note. And that's why, as a therapist, you are able to break your solutions into clusters. Otherwise, you'll be working like a herbalist. And what's the difference? People don't go to herbalists because they are okay. People only go to herbalists when they have an issue. And once the herbalist solves the problem, what happens? You don't see their brake light until they have another issue. Therapists who know their onions don't work that way. They deliver a solution and an intervention now. They are setting the pace for another level of intervention and helping their clients to appreciate the value they are bringing to the table. Sir, I tell you the gospel truth. Anytime you intervene as a specialist or therapist, please show your client the next thing, the next level. It's so usual in my professional outlook, either on local, national, or international note. When I solve a problem, I don't leave you just having that problem solved. I also go ahead to create a platform and a window for your bigger picture reality that you have not even seen. And so what does that bring? It brings participation. It brings ownership. It brings friendship. And then your client is able to have some element of trust and confidence in your delivery. So we call it delivery because, one, you made the current situation on ground, and you have also made projection for the next line of action for your client, whether he asks for it or not. Do you see where conscientious service now comes in? You say, sir, in the next stage, just like I just did now to all of you here, I saw the need for behavioral invasion model for all of you to know it. It's not in this class. And I quickly said, how many of you will be interested? And all of you said you are interested. What did I do? I have moved from deposit toward delivery. Just like a woman would deliver a child and will not leave the baby. It stays glued to the baby and nurse the baby through maturation phases. That is the same thing every specialist does. Check online, check social media. Any specialist or therapist who is introducing a solution will always tell you the next phase, the next level. What are they doing? They have mastered the art and science of navigating deposit toward deliveries. So everyone here, you must know the difference in the two. One makes way for the other one. Behavioral deposit is necessary, while behavioral deliveries are sufficient. So please make plan to do deposit. And in depositing, please make sure you meet the need of your client and surpass it. And then in delivery, please do over delivery. Under promise, over delivery. Over deliver, sorry. Under promise, but what? Over deliver. Don't over promise and under deliver. You are a quack. Practicing quackery. Very vital. So if you are just joining today, you need to listen to the videos of the 3 previous days and know how we have come so far in this class, which is...
Bring my charger and power bank. My battery is low.
Victoria, not all of us will bring your power bank. Mute yourself. Victoria, mute your set. Okay, I mute everybody here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. You charge it.
So, like I said, very vital. So let's go further before we call it a date. We have discussed. I've shown you the difference between deposit and what? Delivery. Just see yourself when you are doing deposit as if you are going to the bank. You deposit your fund, your whatever, and walk away. It's a one-off service in therapy when you do deposit. It's not good to just deliver and to just deposit and walk away, waiting for when you are called or when you write proposal. No. Make room for subsequent what? Intervention, contribution, solutions, strategic value creation. By creative intelligence, you are able to do what is called behavioral forecasting with your client. You are able to do what we call scenario planning and playing. Maybe we should do that in February edition. To know how to see a case, look through the case, and see ahead of that case and help your client to get to a place they have not gone and show them the place called there in the agenda. Very vital in therapy. So we're going to be running this later, which is also going to be free. For those of you in the city of Abuja, we're going to run this training, cognitive behavioral therapy, for counselors, teachers, coaches, consultants, caregivers, social workers, whatever you do. How do I apply CBT in principles, practice, and packaging people of all sorts across demography to help them appreciate how to help people modify behavior through the art and science of coordination of their feelings, thoughts, emotions, and using it as a basis for behavior. Then this is also very important. We'll be running it too on a very critical note, fundamental framework integration and execution. You are people who are out of therapy, school leavers needing to take the next level dimension, multi-talented and gifted people who often they misbehave big time, as if there's no nexus between talent and character and all of that. And you see them misbehaving. Then the aspiring business enthusiasts, consultant groups, and team where we build framework. Why do we have people suffer relapses after coming out of the rehab or care center? It is because of the absence of fundamental framework integration, which rehabs are not packaged to do. For example, you can't tell me you work in the juvenile sector and demography and you don't know about fundamental framework integration. The children of nowadays and the Gen Zs and the millennials, they are fast thinking ahead. If you just teach them, and you release them, they will misbehave. Some of them will still misbehave. Why? They will know what to do, but they won't do what they know. Why? Because they have not been fundamentally framework. Where there's no frame, the fire doesn't stay. They can't sustain fire because they are not framed. So anybody who wants to do framework analysis, we're there to help you do. And this one we told you is our 90-day challenge that you need to hang on your WhatsApp status and all of that so that we can engage critically. Mental health is just gaining ground in the African climate, little by little, and not too fully grounded. How much more behavioral health, which is the mother of all health. So these issues are very vital and are very important. Certificate is ready for this second phase. All you need to do is to send this detail to us. We will issue you certification. And Plans are underway to partner with some international agencies, foreign schools, and collaborate with some schools in UK, some associated bodies and organizations. So you don't have your certificate now, I'm sorry. We may not give you consideration because we refer to you as being a quack who only know but not certified. So you can take your certificate later. So let me give you room to ask questions and issues from the first day till now, because this meeting will have to wind up by 6 p.m. for another meeting. The first day, we took a study on behavioral capture. What are the dynamics, the art and science of behavioral capture? The radar principle and all of that. How do you develop that magnetic force and window to capture your client? And we did a surface check to see your structural deviation, root cause analysis, and all that, so that positioning becomes your magnetic force at contact level. That's the summary of the first day. And the second day, we showed you how to do surface diagnosis and analysis and the origin of diagnosis, which is you going through the diagonal of intervention from the specialist to the situation in the diagonal, then to strategy, and then to solution. When you can go around that diagonal as a specialist, then you are doing diagnosis. And in doing surface diagnosis, you'll be able to do appreciation, A, penetration, P, and contribution, C, APC. Where you can do APC, you will also be able to do PDP. And what is PDP? Personal Development Plan. And where you have APC and PDP, of course, you are looking for your LP. And what is your LP, Chinedu? You are smiling. Long life and productivity at optimal level. So life is actually about APC, PDP, and LP. That's the second day. And we showed you metrics. And then the third day, social connection and intervention skills. Now, what are the skills that you need to be able to connect in order to collect the data, the information that you need to be able to support the cause of your client and all of that while you make the contribution? And lastly, today, it's about behavioral deposits and delivery. Now, what is the essence of delivery as I round up and open the floor for questioning and answer? When you do delivery after depositing, it gives you room to keep being contacted. In fact, in some of the floors where I did the first deposit, they keep inviting me over and over and over because of the delivery factor and variable I brought to sing. So very vital. Anything you do, either by proxy or providence, please make room for delivery. And when you go this time, what you are delivering the next time will be an extra over the last time. And in behavioral health, there's provision for that, to always cascade up your solutions and interventions upon a given platform. Thank you so very much. So questions, I have 5 minutes to go. Question from the Facebook, from the Zoom meeting, and you can also write it in the chat box or send it to me later. My number is still everywhere, as you know. James Komolafe, 080 35999 So we're going to run a course in February. And those of you who are interested, just tell me you are interested. We'll train you specially to be able to do behavioral invasion. Whether you are a teacher, you are a preacher, you are a lecturer, you are a business person, when you cannot invade into people, you will not be able to introduce that special cutting edge for which you are known with. So any question, any contribution, we want to call it a close today. And then those of you who are interested in your certificate, please send to me. You fill the format, I'll send it to the group platform. Fill the format. It's a bit different from season 1. This season 2 is richer, and it is practical application to season 1 we did in December. Oh, doctor, how can I get all the facilities of season 1? Very simple. Just send to me. We will introduce you to the group where you watch all the 7 videos, run all the checks on your own, ask questions. We issue you the 2 certificates, the season 1 and season 2. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for making it a date this evening. If there's no question, I want to say you understand. Okay, thank you, Madam Odion, for the wealth of knowledge shared. Thank you very much for it. I appreciate. So, we'd like to call it a day here. Request for your certificate, and we'll let you have it. Don't forget our Saturday morning, 7 to 9 a.m., Winning with the World. Behavioral health covers the mental health, the physical health, the spiritual health, and of course, emotional health. Thank you so very much. Talk to you later and have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.